Well, that was disappointing. Just had a project fail at the zoning board in a town that I do a lot of my work in, or city, I should say. And I guess I thought I'd talk about this and managing expectations and whatnot. We really believed we had a winning project. But we had a huge hurdle to overcome. So, New Jersey municipal land use, essentially, when you go for a variance, you're going to a board of volunteers from the town asking for uh, a waiver from what is approved or what is the law around land use, around what you could do with the property. Um, and there's essentially two types of variances. There's more than two, but we're going to really focus on two. One is use and density. That's sort of the higher standard. And the other is bulk. Bulk is things like your setbacks, how far from the property lines you have to be, how tall a building can be. And this town has additional requirements such as transparency of a facade, so on and so forth. And we got our original planner's report back a couple days ago. We updated the drawings to try to reduce the number of variances, but we had one D variance. D is that higher standard, the use and density. We didn't have a density, but we had a use variance, and the use variance was to put a five-family house in a single-family zone. And I can already see people like, what? But this neighborhood isn't a single-family neighborhood anymore. I don't even fully understand why it was kept a single-family neighborhood because all along the way, like we have four families that are nearby, three families, two families. There are actually less single family homes in our immediate neighborhood than there are multifamily homes. Um, and our building is no taller. Uh, it's a definitely a break from the design aesthetic that exists in that area, but it's not taller. We're able to keep a lot of the setbacks. We have a fully ADA accessible first floor unit. We're using unique materials in unique ways. We're dealing with a really awkward shaped site. Um, and I think all those things sort of lent to the idea that this could be something that could get approved. And we started getting that feedback and some of the questioning, though it did talk about the single family nature of the district as it's in the zone, in the master plan, and I mean in the zoning ordinance and the zoning map. But everyone kind of seemed to understand that they know we were short on parking, but no one seemed to have an issue about that. We're providing four cars where five were required. No one seemed to have an issue around some of the other variants we had. It really was the fact that this is a single family neighborhood, and we were one vote short. And because so that D variance creates a need for a 3/5 majority, or no, 5/7. I think it's 5/7 majority. You need five votes, um, and we got four of them, and we're so close. We even turned some people. Um, I thought, hold on, let me. So like this just look. This is our lot here, and this color. These are the single families, two families, three family, four, three, three. You know, two. Like it's not a single family zone anymore. There's something else interesting that I saw, the planner kind of started pointing out. So these are commercial districts, and in the new zoning ordinance for this town, you really do start to see this sort of stepping down. So in the old one, this was still a commercial district, but this was a residential district, and now it's a lower density commercial district. And then other places in the city, and you even see it over here, We have that higher density commercial, lower density commercial, higher density residential. But for some reason here, it goes to single family, even though this isn't a single family neighborhood anymore. And this was the rendering we had. And you could even see in the rendering, like, that's a four family with an illegal unit in the basement. You got a four family here, you know, the threes. Like, it just isn't a single family neighborhood. Just not. And you can see it here, where we've got all these multi-families along the street there, and up the road there. Like I said, back there, multi-families all along the street there. You're seeing some of the behind the scenes right now. Yeah, it just isn't. And I feel like we could have had a productive conversation about some of the other things if the two members of the board really were willing to, or the three members of the board were really willing to understand this isn't a two-family or single-family neighborhood anymore. And there's a reason this lot has sat vacant for so long, because no one wants to build a single-family house here. If they did, they would have done it. No one wants to build a two-family house here or a three-family. The lot was purchased from the city by the developer, and with the understanding that even the council was on board with this being a five-family house. We showed them these renderings before we did the purchase. That was part of the process for them to purchase the house. I guess I'm just disappointed. I don't know. I guess I can't get a victory all the time. So this would make my first zoning board denial then. We had a good team too. An all-black team.